It's expensive to be made.
Welcome to Bravo's Moms Unfiltered, the podcast where real moms spill the tea on all the things Bravo and the chaos of everyday life.
We're your hosts, Allie and Crystal, two Bravo-assessed moms who aren't afraid to say what everyone's thinking completely unfiltered.
From housewives drama to mom life meltdowns, we're here to break it all down with humor, honesty, and maybe a little bit of bitching.
So grab your favorite drink, settle in, and get ready for some unfiltered fun. Welcome back, Bravo moms. We'll get started with Miami Reunion Part 1, 3.
So let's start off with the outfit check. We're going to go off with Andy. I'm going to give him a 10 across the board. He can pull off light pastel colors. I liked it. Good job. He looks great, by the way. Keep it up. Don't go too far with the other diets, but you look good. Lisa, her dress was a 10. Her hair, jewelry, A+.
Mm-hmm.
Always on. She's like the example of a Miami girl. When people say
Yeah.
Miami girls, she's the poster child for Miami girl. Gertie, she got a 7. I like the look, but maybe a different color. She had she's always wearing the green. I
Yeah,
noticed.
there's something about it. It just didn't resonate with me. It's
Yeah,
just
it was too much body wraps, and
maybe
it
that's what it was.
which way
Yeah.
to go. Julia, hair and makeup. I gave her a 5 because she matched Marisol, and
Yeah.
they're sitting right next to each other. So I didn't like her. I mean, her makeup was okay. I like the color. I mean, but it's the same as Marisol. You guys are sitting next to each other. You both are good friends. So obviously
Mhm.
you knew what each other's was wearing. Could have gone a different color.
Yeah,
Don't go shopping. And you probably went shopping together too.
probably. Yeah.
Marisol, an 8. I like the color and the design. It's kind of giving a Ice Queen vibes. Alexia, I gave her an 8. I love the yellow. It looks good on her. She's kind of pulling off, who's that girl, Roger Rabbit?
Yeah.
Roger Rabbit.
Mhm.
I did not like the red lipstick.
I didn't either.
Yeah, I would be checking my teeth every 5 minutes. Kiki, she got a 10. I love the long ball gown look and the long hair. Adriana, I gave her an 8. I love the dress, the color, but I would have put my hair up to maybe show the full dress because it wrapped around.
Mhm.
Yeah, put
Yeah.
your hair up with a nice dangle earring. Larsa, I gave her a 9. I like the look, but I'm not sure if a bodysuit was made for a reunion night. Like, I would have chose a more sparkly, like,
She needs to wear you're supposed to wear a ball gown to these reunion nights, not
something
bodysuit.
not something from Timo. No, anyways.
Yeah.
Stephanie, I gave her a 3 for showing up, and no one was approving her dress. It was a 2-piece shorts?
Yeah, and it also left green marks on the couch, remember? She said that at one point.
I didn't hear her say
And then
that.
Larsa goes, "Oh, I bet you're not wearing." Someone said, "I bet you're not wearing on the plane." And Larsa goes, "Absolutely not, she's not." 'Cause it left green marks apparently at one of the times I got up.
Why would it leave green? Like, what did she just have
It's
it
that's what it looked like the dye rubbed off on the couch.
like she just had it dyed? She didn't
Yeah.
wanna I wonder if the color she didn't wanna match somebody's color dress. That's
Plus, it
weird.
was a really bright green. It was just I don't know, I didn't like hers. And it was she had, things hanging from it,
Yeah, it just looked like a nightclub outfit, like,
yeah, it was
gonna
kinda
go
tacky, I felt like.
it wasn't glamorous.
Mm.
So that's how I rate the outfit check. They start off, of course, everybody arriving, doing hair and makeup, getting dressed. Andy goes and walks around all the girls and talks to everybody. Um, it's crazy because Julia's already crying during makeup, and we all know why. And then Andy's like trying to speak Spanish to Marisol and Alexia. It's funny. Keep trying though. The crew tells Andrea she can't have her dog on the couch. I mean, it's an emotional support dog. Uh,
Andy said it was because it was gonna be, what, too loud or something like that, or too chaotic?
yeah, well, if the dog moved or the dog
It
pissed or the
got
dog pooped,
startled or
that would
something, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they'd have to stop the show, they'd have to stop taping, and I mean, I agree, like, it's like bringing your I mean, she said it's like her child, the other
Mhm.
girls can't bring their children, why would you
Yeah.
be allowed to bring your child?
Bring yours.
Yeah. So, I think it was the right move. Andy starts off with the tequila shot, like, "Hey, let's get drunk."
Yeah. Right
I'm
off
like,
the bat.
"Come on, Bravo, you've already been in trouble enough, AKA Brandy." Um And let's see, why does Larsa bring her man to the
Yeah.
reunion every year?
Every year.
Last year was what's his name, Marcus?
Mhm.
And then this one's over here trying to say, "Oh yeah, he's gonna marry me within a year." You
Oh
said
my
the same
god.
thing about
Yes.
Marcus.
Yes. Yes, she did.
Girl,
And look where you're at now.
you need to get yourself a dog.
Or an age-appropriate man.
Yeah.
Stop going after, what, basketball players?
Stop going out of sports in
Yeah.
general. Get a different like you need to marry like a king. Go to Dubai and find yourself a man.
Yeah, that's what she needs. That's what she needs, yeah.
Let's see. Alexia. So Andy asked Alexia, how's the status with Todd, which was the same as last year's reunion. She said, I cut him off and I'm not in contact with him. We are divorced. And this is, I think, what she said last year. She wasn't in contact with him and they were in the process of divorce.
Yep. Yep.
So same old, same old. I don't know why she got first seat. I don't know how Stephanie got front seat. Like,
Yeah, I don't know how that either.
how did that happen? It should have been Lars. It should have been Lisa.
Unless she paid money.
Yeah, I think they attacked Lisa the most. Like, she
Yeah,
got the brunt of it this year.
she did, yeah.
Let's see. And then Marisol said he picked a fight with her before the reunion and just to get her raveled up. And it sounded like he was trying to give her an ultimatum and she chose Bravo. I don't know why Marisol would, like, you don't have, like, we know he's an a-hole already and we
Mhm.
get it. Like, but obviously there's more to it than just being on the Bravo show and stuff like that. Like, there
Yeah.
has to be more to this story, and
Yeah.
obviously he can't say anything.
Yeah.
Um,
NDA.
and then did you see the news? It's all over
Mhm.
that he's, like, suing again
Yeah, for like 10 million I saw.
for what? Slander? Yeah,
Defamation
just
of character, yeah.
lying. Which it's so funny because I think he did that last year too
He
after
did.
the reunion, and he did a little
Yep.
video and said, "I'm
Yep.
coming after you."
Yep.
So good luck, Todd. The Bravo world's hard.
Yeah.
They're hard. So you just didn't meet the terms of a good guy. Let's see. Alexia admits that the narcissist party was about Todd, and
I think we
Stephanie's
all
like,
knew that.
yeah, Stephanie's finally like praising it for it. So we all knew it. The hazing Gertie after the drink throw. Did you notice that?
I didn't notice that.
So they showed a little unseen footage
Mhm.
about after the drink was thrown, and someone had mentioned, I think it was Alexia, had mentioned it was quickly and it was quiet, something about her being still friends with Dr. Nicole. And I was like, how why like so you're not going to defend someone who's getting attacked because she's friends with someone that you
Mhm.
don't like? Like that's just shady. Like,
Yeah,
so
that is
you're gonna
shady.
see
I
someone
missed
get a
that.
yeah, and it was yeah, I heard it, like, for a second, and then they moved back to the show, and I was like, "Oh, I wanna hear the rest of it," but they didn't play it.
Yeah.
Gertie calls out Adriana, a three-peat offender, and calls her out for breaking a chair. No, it wasn't Adriana, it was Julia.
It's
Gertie calls
Julia,
out
yeah.
Julia for a three-peat
Yeah.
offender, meaning that Julia's done this multiple times, like, she's using her
Times.
aggression, and nobody's calling it out. Like but if Gertie did it, it's different.
Yes.
It's considered anger, aggression, but then
Yeah.
when Julia does it, it's not the same, and it's weird. Why is, like I just she broke the chair that Nicole had to pay for, and this was the accusation that Marisol was saying that she was sleeping with Adriana.
Yeah. I wonder why this wasn't brought up last year at the reunion.
No.
Like, why it's coming out now. Like, I
There's
wonder
got
why they kept it hush hush.
Yeah, and there's cameras in the Hamptons, and
Yeah,
we have to replay the scene. We have to
I
watch that
know.
episode of when they're in
Yeah,
the
they're in the
Hamptons because
Hamptons.
remember when she had to go to the hospital or something, get an IV, or she was sick and everybody
Yes,
was in her
yes,
room?
yeah,
So when did you have time to mess around? And people
yeah,
would hear you because everybody was sleeping in the same house.
yeah.
Cameras
Same
everywhere.
vicinity. Yeah,
People were getting drunk.
yeah,
A cameraman, a producer, somebody would have said something.
yeah.
So it just it's weird. It's a weird
Or
accusation.
yeah, or they would have had, like, a hot mic moment or something.
Yeah.
So,
Julia apologizes to Gertie. Gertie just raises her eyebrows. Like, I think Gertie already knows, like, it's just fake and it's for the
yeah,
show. They do a flashback to Gertie's event, showing the text messages that Julia had sent her regarding the whole ship and the boat and the thing. And Julia was like, yes, it was not just about the boat, it was more to it. We all get it. We know. And Gertie was right, I think, like, I'm here for I side with Gertie, like, Julia just, like, tried to make it something bigger.
than it was.
Yeah, and she's hiding something, and if Julia's already admitting that she had an affair with Adriana, it doesn't it makes me seem like maybe she did have an affair with Captain Sandy.
Yeah,
So, hopefully, maybe that'll come out of the works. Marisol, they replay an unseen footage where Marisol, like, is taking Julia to the bathroom. Did you see? And she's admitting or she's saying, like, "You don't throw shit. Don't do that."
yeah.
And and then Julia goes crazy. She's like, "She just gets to me, and she gets me so angry and stuff like that." So, I think Marisol and Alexia are kinda coaching her because
Yep.
they didn't want Julia back. And
Probably
so
not,
now
yeah.
Julia's switching sides, and she's doing her
I feel
damage.
like it makes more sense now.
She damaged her best friend. She threw her best
Mhm.
friend, who
Yep.
helped her get her children, literally filled
Yes.
out the application.
Yeah, I didn't realize that.
How effed up is that? Like, you would not have 2 children right now.
Yeah,
You
if it
would
weren't
not
for
have
her.
these kids.
And then she also wasn't even considered to be a godmother. Where's Dada? Well, okay, then go ask Dada.
So cute.
Go on. Anyways.
And then, yeah, Julie admits it's not about the cruise. Gertie said she used it as an opportunity to get back at Gertie, which is true.
Mhm.
So that whole debacle with Julia and Gertie is just over exaggerated. Julia looks like the fool.
Mhm.
And I'm glad that Gertie has receipts. She had proof, she had receipts,
Yep.
she had timeline. And that's how you get it.
I kinda wish, though, they woulda showed us the text messages so we could, like, actually read them now because they did it, obviously, at the party, but I feel like no one read it, so I wish that they would actually show it again and let us,
Yeah.
like, actually read it.
Yeah, they should have flashed back and at least paused or
Yeah.
Andy
And
read them out
pause.
loud or something
Yes.
to
Yes.
explain the whole situation because it happened
Yeah.
so fast. And then the girls left, so they were filming the girls outside.
Yep.
They replay so then they go to Stephanie, and they replay Stephanie's whole entrance, flaunting her wealth with her dog. I think it should be illegal. You're wasting airspace. You don't need to
I know
pick up
she
your
is.
dog on a plate. You need to put him in a crate and give him some sleepy medicine and see
Yep.
him at 12 hours.
Yep.
Um, she compares her wealth to the Super Bowl ring and symbolizes it to the right choice of life. I mean, that's what a rich person would say. And
I
I
know.
can't, like, I can't dog her for that because I've never been
Yep.
rich.
We've never been in her shoes.
So, I'm pretty sure if I was rich and in a different category,
You would think the same thing.
I don't know if I'd flaunt it.
I
I
would
don't
I
know.
would hope I wouldn't flaunt it, but it's hard to say. We're
It's
not in
hard
that
to say.
position.
It's hard
Yeah.
to say, but, Bravo if you need You want to
2
use this?
housewives. We're over here ready.
Stephanie, they ask her if she's made amends with her sisters. They said no. She also runs into her husband's ex-wife. Steph and
Mhm.
Adriana run into her at some restaurant. They didn't lock eyes or anything, but Steph was like, "How random was it?" Because they've never actually really met, but they
Yeah.
were divorced before they started dating. So the rumors about her working for her ex is not true. She never worked for her, never knew
Yeah.
her, never met her, never had any conversation.
Conversation.
So, but it would be interesting. I want to see who it is. Like,
Yeah, I do too.
you know how you always want to know, like, well, who was his first wife?
Yeah, yeah.
And then he moved on to this like hot chick. So I
'Cause you wanna
wonder
see
if,
if there's a pattern or what.
right, like, why'd you really leave?
Yeah.
So, and then they flash back to Lisa being late. And I think coming from an outsider and Stephanie saying, hey, straighten up because this is not the right thing to do. I think Lisa kind of like stuck, like, was like, you're right. But then again,
Yeah.
was like, the way you said it was not the right way to say it.
Yeah, but I agree with that. I feel like the way that Stephanie said it wasn't the right way.
Mm-hmm.
Stephanie was mad in that moment.
Yeah. And obviously, Larsa is her good friend. So obviously, Larsa, said
Yeah.
something to Steph before. Lisa brings up Julia and Julia's wife,
Martina? Martinez?
Tina, about using a surrogate.
Yeah.
And Julia says, I disagree with her on that part, which is so crazy because like Julia is not like sticking up for
No.
like and I feel like this is like the next season is gonna be about, like their relationship.
Yeah.
Julia says that Adriana was yelling their friendship ended or their friendship got rocky when Julia had had enough and saying that behind cameras she was constantly being yelled at behind closed doors and basically her like punching bag and holding whatever them sleeping together over their head. So that's why Julia kept being friends with Adriana and the whole sleeping together. It's just crazy to me. Crazy. Now she's admitting her marriage was rocky when she joined the housewives,
Mhm.
which is common, and
Yep.
that's a big reason Bravo will hire you is you if you
Mhm.
have problems in your marriage.
Yep.
So, I mean, that probably is true. But now you have 2 adopted boys and you wonder why your daughters don't agree with your lifestyle.
Yep. Yep. Yeah.
And that last
So,
part, I don't know if I wanna say because
say it. Say it.
I mean, now I question Martina's cancer and if she actually went through her whole chemo or how bad it was or if it was just for show because we have had someone on the show.
Fake
What is
cancer
it?
before.
Vicky's
Good.
husband.
Good old Brooks. Brooks, right?
Brooke, was that Vicky's husband
They're engaged, I thought. I don't know if they were married.
or whatever when they faked the cancer and the whole thing? So,
Yeah.
it wouldn't surprise me.
I know. But it was a good episode.
It was a good episode. They left that cliffhanger when Adriana
Yep.
was like,
Yeah, they sure did. Real Housewives episode 12. Tamra is having a spring fling party and everyone is invited but Gretchen.
"I wonder why."
I know. Shannon sent Tamra a text after their trip, and I guess it was about Teddy. So Tamra accepted it as like an olive branch and decided they can move on. Jen apparently followed the boy band guy, and I was like, of course she did. Why wouldn't she? Like they said, she likes to stay relevant. Tamra is disappointed that Heather didn't call her after it happened. When is she not disappointed with Heather? Like she really expects Heather to be like right there asking like, "Are you okay?" Blah blah blah, and yeah, I think she
She's
expects a
almost
lot
like a
from.
fill-in the way Shannon
Yeah,
used to be
yeah,
with Tamara.
exactly. Yeah. So Shannon and Heather meet up. I forget what it was called, but they're like putting together like broken pieces, like making it new again. And of course, Shannon comes with broken readers. Like it's literally like on her face. Did you see that? It's like so one piece was totally missing. I was like, Shannon, really? You don't have enough money to buy new readers or get them fixed?
Yeah, Shannon's a hot mess
Like she's such
sometimes.
a hot mess. So then Shannon brings up to Heather that they talked about her being a comedian, and I was like, is Heather a comedian? I don't really see her as being funny. I could see Terry being funny, especially when he's
I
stoned.
don't understand why she got upset with Gina.
Oh, I don't either. And then I said, "Do we need to see Dawson getting a tattoo, Jen's son?" I was like, was that needed? I feel like it was like Ariana's like dog going to like the place again. Like I was like, I didn't need to see that.
Yeah.
Especially, I mean, I felt bad for what happened, but I was like, I didn't need to watch that. Emily feeling her mom guilt is real. I totally felt that
Yeah.
when she was talking about her son. So they get to Tamra's party. Emily shows up early. Emily tells Tamra the story about the sleepover where they were asked questions about who they wouldn't trust and how Emily and Heather both said Tamra. After she said that, she storms off in her own house upstairs. Emily looks at the lady with the cake and goes, "This isn't my house. I don't know what to do." That poor lady, man, she had some awkward moments this
I'm gonna have
season.
to rewatch this because I was like in between washing dishes and
Yeah.
stuff. But
So Tamara literally storms upstairs and just leaves Heather and this cake lady, or Heather, Emily and this cake lady downstairs. So then I think it was Gina who comes next and walks in, and Emily's like, Tamara just stormed off in her own house. Like, I don't know what to do. Like,
I feel
so
like she
awkward.
storms off because she needs to make a dramatic scene and then she needs to go talk to like her publicist.
Or
She needs to
something.
go and talk to her lawyers and her
She needs to do
publicist.
something, yeah. And I just said Emily was being honest with Tamara, and she's mad no one will support her. But, like, at least Emily told you. Like, you could have found out from anyone but Emily and Heather. Like, I'd rather hear it from them up front than hear it from, like, Shannon or someone else or Jen. So then, I said, I agree with Heather when Heather said this about Gretchen. Gretchen doesn't lie when she speaks, she believes it. And I was like, that's 100% true. She doesn't lie, but she believes what she says. Whether that is a lie or not, I think that totally makes sense and is Gretchen in a nutshell when she speaks.
Yeah.
Emma says she's going to sit down with Katie and get the truth about what Gretchen said to Katie about if she went to the hospital or not, because Tamara's really stuck on that, which I also think is kind of weird that she said that in the car on recording, and then she's backtracked ever since then, saying she did not go to the hospital. But yet they have you saying it in the car with Tamara and Shannon, so that's kind of weird. Tamara tells Heather she's mad at her for what Emily said to her, and she is pissed they were making fun of her for being a comedian. And I think Heather took that way too far. Like we said, why is she so upset about that? Like, is it because they think she's not good at her job or something like that? Like, I was like, why did she take it out? First of all, why did she take it so far? And why did she take it out on Gina? Gina was literally just like walking into the room and then she just like took it out on Gina and was like, do you not believe me? Do you not believe this? Like, ugh, I don't know. She took that way too far.
But she's not a comedian. I've never seen her do stand up.
No, she's not. And
And it's
she's not even
not in her
funny.
Wikipedia.
No, it's not on her IMBD or whatever she said either. She's not funny. Like they all said, I think Terry would be the funnier one, not her. She's too
Mhm.
serious,
Mhm.
which I think is why she might be an okay actor because she's serious, but
What did she act in though?
I don't even know because they had brought it up before and Gina was like, I don't even know this. Like this was before my time.
It's
But
so weird.
I've never heard of any of the shows that she acted in.
I don't either.
And then Tamra blows up the photo of Jen liking the boy band and, like, has it on a piece of paper she printed out. I was like, that just shows Tamara's age. But
What
I was
boy
like, "What?"
band was it?
I didn't see they had that blurred out, but she had, like, a piece of paper. And I said, "Why do we think Jen followed him?" At least she admitted to it, but it was literally, like, right after they had talked about it, like, within, like, I wanna say, like, 20 minutes. I loved what Emily said. Oh, Emily said this in the after show. Emily's like, "I could see Jen laying at the pool and being like, 'I wonder who this is in her little bikini at the at the pool just scrolling, going, "I'm gonna follow him." I thought that was kind of funny because it was just send some Jen up in a nutshell.
It's called being shady, Tamra.
Yeah,
You should
yeah,
know. Your
I
face
know.
is on the dictionary next to it.
Heather and Tamara are still fighting about how Heather isn't there for Tamara. Tamara is upset about the comment that they can't trust her, but Emily and Heather stayed to help her, which I thought was kind of nice. And I feel like Tamara is taking everything out about Teddy on everyone else. Like she doesn't know how to control her feelings towards her best friend Teddy having cancer, and she's just lashing out at everyone, which is what she tends to do as a housewife. And then Tamara said she's done again and leaves. And according to Heather, this is her third time that she said she's done and quit the show. First was Nola, second one was Tactical, and now this one. So that has to be a record for housewives. So
Yeah.
yeah, in the season, yeah. I watched the OC after show. These are just some thoughts. I watched like all the episodes, so these are just kind of combined thoughts. Jen said that since filming, Katie has texted her and said that she missed her because they didn't leave on good terms, if you remember. Tamara didn't bring Joe to make Gretchen jealous. She said it was just an added bonus. So I was like, I kind of believe that. Gretchen says she does not have beef with Joe, which I also believe that. Gretchen says she has muscles from taking testosterone and not from working out. And again, she talks about Slade's penis again on this after show. Like I'm so done with that.
I mean, it only makes me wonder, like, does he have a small penis?
Mm-hmm.
Because now I
Right.
need to see the proof. I
I
mean,
know.
receipts, timeline, proof.
Yeah. And Gretchen said this about divorces, and I agree with it. She said, most divorces happen during menopause, so that's why she started testosterone shots. I was like, I
Hmm.
guess that kind of makes sense because you're going through something. Your women's bodies are changing. Men still want it. So they divorce you and go find someone younger who can give them what they want. At least in OC, California, you know what I mean? I was like, I guess that makes sense. So she said
When
since
you're
she
in
started,
menopause,
yes, I think it goes down. So I was like, well, I guess that makes sense why she supposedly broke Slade's penis because she's just a little energizer bunny now, I guess.
I don't even
So
wanna know.
Tamara said, so she talked about the boy band guy. She said the boy band guy was a neighbor of hers and their kids went to school together. He came to her and said, you want to make a recording for your fans so you could give back? This was during the no hate campaigns.
Mhm.
So evidently he said, let's do a recording. You're a Bravo celebrity. And then we could like set it up with this no hate campaign and your fans could get like give money to it. So apparently that's why the singing thing came about. Um, Tamara said if she wanted to hook up with him, she could have. So I don't know if she's tooting her own horn there, but
Mhm.
everyone also said that Slade shouldn't have gotten involved, which I 100% agree. He tries to be a housewife when he is not.
Yeah, I
So
think so
Jen
too.
talks about the wedding, and she said there's a 10-day window where Dawson is going to be home, and that window is in October. So if they were going to get married in that window, that should be happening this month.
I don't think they got married.
I don't either. I don't either. I said I still don't think they will get married. Tamara said she gets blamed for everything, which she always says that. Um, this is where Heather counts all 3 times Tamara has quit the season and said she was off the show. Like I said, it was Nola, the tactical, and then the party. Heather says she has a lot of new acting and singing stuff in the work. So I guess we'll see what that means. I also didn't know if she could sing. Tamara says she doesn't talk to Vicky because she took Shannon's side in all this, and there is a slim chance that the Trace amigos will get back together, she said.
No, there's no way.
You don't think so?
Shannon will never be Tamara's friend ever again.
I know, yeah. I agree with that.
There's no way.
Jen says she followed the boy band guy because they were all talking about it, so she searched for him and followed him. Simple as that.
Mhm.
Jen said Tamara could have just asked her about the boy band guy and not make a big deal of it and have it printed out. And she said she still follows boy band guy to this day. So
Let's see him on the show. Let's see him on
I
Bravo.
know, I know.
Bring him out.
Um, Next we'll go to Salt Lake City, episode 3. What did we think of their taglines? This is the first time we've heard their taglines.
I like Mary's tagline.
I forget what it was.
Mary is like, "I'm just here to live my life and be merry," or something like that.
It was, yeah. And did you know this Meredith was about dropping the beat because she's a
Yeah,
DJ? Did
it
you
sounded
notice
like
that?
your son made that up for you,
Yeah, yeah.
which I haven't
So
seen him on this season.
Brooks, no. It's probably because he's in New York doing his next
Okay.
gen, whatever it was. So they start with Lisa, and she's throwing a party. Did we know she worked with these big name people? I forget the names of the people, but she was dropping some like A-list names like Daniel Radcliffe. I know she dropped. There's a couple other people that I was like, oh, I didn't know she worked with these big name people.
Yeah, she sounds like she's just like a host, like, she just like, if
Yeah,
someone requests, like, to have a private party
she's
or
kind of like a party planner type
yeah,
thing.
like,
Yeah, right.
that doesn't mean that you hang out with these people, that means that these people are paying you
Yeah.
as an assistant. You're an
'Cause
assistant,
she made
Lisa.
it sound like she was hanging out with them, but she is planning the party for them is kinda how I took it,
Yeah.
but she wants you to make it sound like she's partying with them.
No, ma'am, you're an
You know, she's
assistant.
like they're tight like this, you know?
Like, no, they pay you.
Uh-huh.
You don't sit with them at the VIP table and drink bottles.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
pay you to make sure that people are on the list.
Yeah. Exactly. So Bronwyn goes out to lunch with Todd, and I said, "Is her bra supposed to be showing? Did you notice that?" Her bra was, like, showing in her outfit, and I was like, "That'd
Her
be like
bows
what,
make
like"
her bow
that's what 6th grade me used to do, like, because I didn't know any better.
I just
And
think
I
it's
was like, "That just looks bad." She said, "Todd has changed how he talks to her since New York," and I was like, I don't know if I believe that."
not after the dinner.
I know. She said both her parents have moved in with her. Her dad has Alzheimer's and moved into a care facility, and then her mom moved into the house with them. So it's her, Todd, Gwen's boyfriend, and her mom, all living in this house with all those dogs that shit everywhere, remember? From last
Uh-huh,
season?
uh-huh.
So all of them live in a house. Todd wasn't even looking at her when they were talking at dinner. Did you catch that? She would be talking and he would just be like this, like not even making eye contact with her while they were at dinner. Plus, they were also sitting kind of like side by side, so that could have been it too. But I
Maybe
feel
there's,
like
like,
he like
something on TV, you know how they have
maybe,
TVs at the
yeah,
restaurant?
maybe,
He's just watching
yeah.
the TV. Oh my god, that would've been awesome footage.
Todd says he doesn't understand why she bothers with Lisa, and Bronwyn says she doesn't like when people don't like her, and I kind of believe that. I feel like she's a people pleaser, and she does not like
Mhm.
when people do not like her. Angie goes to visit her dad, and I was like, Angie's dad is cute, and I love his stories
I love his stories too,
from Greece, and then from them being here and seeing those pictures. I thought that was also a really nice touch.
knowing that they
Um,
started with nothing, and that's how America is made. You come over here with, like,
exactly,
0 $20 in your pocket, and you make it
exactly,
to the top.
yeah. Bronwyn sits down with her mom, and what did she say? And they talk about her dad's Alzheimer's and how her mom is going back to her childhood house and cleaning it up and how she's having a hard time letting go of stuff. And I was like, I couldn't even imagine doing that.
Yeah, that whole conversation was a little awkward because, like, it didn't seem like, the mom didn't seem, like, very caring to
She
Bronwyn.
didn't. She didn't. And then did you catch the comment she said?
Yeah, like, "You wouldn't be here if it wasn't for
Well,
Todd."
that. And then she said something about like, well, now you'll know how to do this when Todd goes through this. And
I
I was like,
yes! And I was
your mom. I was
like
like, so that right there tells me that your mom does not approve of your relationship with Todd.
well, they had a f that's why well, she hadn't been in contact with her family, like, I f like, 'cause she had mentioned, like, her when she talked to the dad didn't even recognize her and thought it was the granddaughter.
Yeah.
'Cause, like,
Oh,
that's
yeah,
how
yeah, yeah.
far they had a falling out. I think when she got pregnant, that's when they disowned her and stuff, and they didn't want anything to do with
Yes. Yes. That makes sense now why he's stuck in that time.
He's stuck in that
I
time,
mean, I
yeah.
know he has Alzheimer's, but that's why he's stuck in that time. So it's probably the last memory he has of Bronwyn.
Yeah, that's
You know what I mean?
crazy. I
Yeah.
mean, and for her mom to say that, like,
Well, she said both those things, which I was like, "Oof."
I was like, "No
She
wonder
does
is the
not
way
approve.
she is,"
Yes,
like,
right? Right?
and I mean, out of like, Bronwyn, I mean, props to you, girl, for taking in your mom, who obviously you had a rough childhood,
And still
and
have.
you rose to the top because
Yeah.
I would
Yeah.
not bring my mom in if that's how you're gonna be treating me.
No.
And
No.
then my husband's supporting you,
And
and
paying for my dad's Alzheimer's facility, like, mm-mm. So, yeah, props to her. Heather and Angie meet up at her house, and Heather has a 3rd book deal. I missed her 2nd book deal. When did she drop a 2nd book?
who? Which
So,
one?
Heather, she says she has a 3rd book deal, and I said, "When did she drop her 2nd book?" All I
I know
know is
she had
I know that Mormon one that she went on book tour with, but that was it. So
yeah.
I missed the book, not that I really wanted to read it, but that's fine.
Yeah. I don't know about
Um,
the second one. I know about one.
Angie t yeah, Angie talks about how she's gonna get her Greek citizenship, and she told her daughter, and her daughter was kinda like, "Okay." But Angie does make being Greek, like, her whole life. So I could see why
Yeah.
her daughter's a teenager, so there's that, but I also could
Yeah.
see why her daughter was kinda like, "Okay,"
You
like
take it too far, mom. You take it
yeah,
too
like, "You're Greek, I'm not 100% Greek." You know what
It's
I mean?
almost like she just started doing this for the show.
Yeah, right? Like, that's the
That's what
vibe I
her
get
daughter
too.
Yeah, so maybe her
Yeah,
daughter was like, like, "It's too much.
you're doing this for the show, yeah.
You didn't do this when I was a child. Why are
Yeah,
you doing this now?"
you're being too much.
I think that's what probably she's been trying to say.
And then they talk about the party. I didn't realize that Heather left. She didn't leave the party, but she left the group when they were talking when Lisa started to lose it. Did you realize that? That Heather, like, took herself out of the equation and, like, went over, like, back?
I didn't realize it until they showed it.
Yeah, I didn't either. I thought she was right there.
I don't like,
So,
why would Heather leave?
I
I mean, I
know.
kind of feel
When she
like Heather
supposedly is standing up for Lisa, like,
I don't think Heather is standing up for Lisa.
no, she's not.
Yeah, I mean, after that dinner, after that lunch or whatever,
Where she said she did.
where Lisa was kinda, like, saying, "I'm on a different level than you," I
Yes.
think to Heather that was like, "Well, screw you, like,
You.
I'm
Yeah.
a peasant?
Yeah,
Like,
that's what she made it sound like.
yeah, like, I don't deserve to be sitting at your table? Get the F
Uh-huh.
outta here." So, I get it. But Lisa can handle her own stuff. I really don't think she
Yeah.
needs and the only one that she wants validation from is Meredith, which is
Yep,
weird.
exactly.
She's
Yeah.
always want Meredith to have her back.
She does. Yep, she always
Why?
does.
Why?
So Lisa throws a party. She's inviting like the elite 5 to go skeet shooting and then everyone else for a dinner or like a lunch. Do we think Amy's going to be a friend of the season? Amy the socialite that threw the party.
Yeah,
We think that's what I figured too.
she's gonna be a friend, yep.
So Lisa goes skeet shooting with Amy, Meredith, Mary, Heather, and her. And Lisa's pretty good at skeet shooting. I was kind of surprised. I didn't know what to expect, but she's pretty good where you say like pull and
Mhm.
whatever flies and you shoot it. She was pretty good at it. So they do that and then they all walk into lunch where everyone else is just kind of waiting and they're like, "Where's everyone else?" And then they all realize that something happened before and they weren't invited. So they all walk into into the room they're gonna have lunch and there's poster boards everywhere that say dismiss, 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 and then there's pictures of Lisa on them. And Mary goes, "I'm confused and I'm gonna stay confused." And I was like, "That probably makes the most sense, Mary." So Lisa says this lunch is all about her and to get clarification. She said that these are all the dismissed cases, and Bronwyn says, "Because you paid them off," and Lisa said, "It's none of your business." Lisa says one is in the process of being dismissed. So that means it's not dismissed yet. If it's in the process, it's not done.
I
In
think the
her
good.
eyes, she says it's dismissed.
The fact Yeah.
So Amy said the credit card guy, because they bring that up, was a business partner at one point. And I was like, okay, that kind of makes a little bit of sense. I guess that's why the card maybe had her name on it as well. I don't know. That was interesting that she brought that up. And then I was like, not Lisa saying that she was at Blake Lively and Anna Kendrick's movie premieres. Like, what does that have to do with anything? She just like threw that in there. Like,
She's
okay,
name dropping.
100%,
I've
100%.
never seen a picture with either one of these people,
Yeah,
Lisa.
yeah,
And if you're name dropping, I better see proof. Let me see the
yes.
receipts.
And then I forget who said it, but someone said, Meredith, I'd like to see your take on this, especially since you have a law degree. And I was like, huh? Meredith? Meredith has a law degree. How did we not know this till what? Season 6?
So now she's a DJ, and now she's
And
got a law
as a
degree.
lawyer. Yeah, like, how did we not know this?
And last year she turned Jewish.
Yeah. So
She
it's
went
like,
to,
so if she had all this background knowledge, why couldn't she have said something about, like,
I
Jen
think she worked
Shaw?
for the KBG.
So I thought that was interesting. What else was I gonna say? Oh, I said I'm glad everyone is calling out Meredith for not for not speaking up for Lisa, for not speaking up and sticking up for her, because she says she did, but she didn't. So I'm glad they're all calling her out on that. Lisa and Whitney get into it. I don't even remember how it has started. But Lisa just starts pressing Whitney's buttons, and Whitney gets up, yells in her face, throws a napkin at her, and then leaves.
Yeah, because Lisa B's like, "What are you doing with your
The
business?"
business, yeah.
And then she's like, "I'm
Which
owning my shit, and I'm
which
paying
she
off
which
the
she
client on
is.
my." Yeah.
Which she is, and I know she's ashamed of it and everything like that, but at least she's owning her shit.
Yeah, she
And
wasn't
she
there for
knows,
the camping trip, which she
yeah.
admitted to
She
everything.
exactly.
And
And she
so
said
it's a
it's
lot.
not easy.
I don't have to explain myself if you weren't there. Why do I
Yes.
have to explain it again? You can watch
Yes.
the episode.
Yep. So,
I love it because Whitney's always like, "F you,
yeah.
F you."
Yep. She likes to throw the F word around.
She does. She does.
The premiere of Potomac.
Yes. Everybody's been waiting. They start off with Karen getting out of jail. They don't show her, obviously, they're not gonna show her,
Yeah.
but they show her car, you hear her voice, and you're like, "Pass me the tissue, do you have any tissue?" Like, she's crying that is she happy? There's
I
happy
couldn't
crying
tell.
tears,
Yeah.
or are you sad because you have to come back to reality?
Yeah.
You wanna go back? And then they all meet at Giselle's house.
This was like 2 months prior, right?
This was, like, right after the season ended, and the final verdict came out where she had to go to jail, and so
So
Giselle.
they
Yeah,
kept cameras rolling then.
they kept cameras rolling, and then it went back to after that scene, it goes 2 months after.
Maybe that's where I got confused. Okay.
Yeah, so at and then this happened after the reunion
Yes.
because then they, like, bombard Stacy. So they get to Giselle's house. Ashley's there, she's the first one there, and then all the other girls show up, and it's basically, like, sabotaging, like, they start off with talking about Karen and how they feel about Karen, and I commend Stacy for just, like, veering away from talking about Karen, but the concerns about Karen's daughter and how bad she feels. And then Giselle chimes in and piggybacks off Stacy's comment because Giselle wants to be the hero or whatever. And then they just start attacking Stacy about the whole TJ allegation and stuff like that. And I think Stacy had a really good point, and Stacy's like, she's keeping her ground and said, "I never paid TJ a dime, and it's false and everything." And she made it a point where, like, all you women I have had to have been through a bad relationship, and then you guys are attacking me. And then Wendy's like, "Well, we wouldn't have attacked you if you didn't call us liars when we tried to tell you that TJ is a scam artist." And then you proceeded to have his back until we showed you receipts, and now you're double downing, like, You didn't pay him. So she storms off, Stacey leaves, and when Stacey leaves, Giselle decides to open a bag of worms and said that she has proof from an actress. They bleep out the actress early.
Mhm.
This actress is good friends with TJ, like best friends, and has
Yeah.
legal documents, and it says that she agreed to 50% of her earnings, which makes no sense.
That's a lot of
Nobody
money.
in their right mind would take that.
Yeah.
Nobody.
Mm-mm.
I don't and Stacey, she's a businesswoman, she worked for QVC, she's been on television, like, she has someone that does all her paperwork for her. I don't think her manager or anybody would be like, "Yeah, that's a good deal. That's a good
Yeah,
deal."
I mean, that does not sound like a good deal to me.
So there's something fishy about these documents, and whoever showed the documents probably should not be named in the show because obviously
Yeah.
Stacey could go after this person legally. And I the truth's gonna come out. So I just think it's weird. I think there's more to it. I just wish fishy. I haven't seen anything about TJ posted online though. So
Yeah.
and then it goes to 2 months later where it's Wendy's house and Eddie's edibles doing really well.
Mhm.
So that's good. Stacy and her ex-husband have dinner. His name is Diemo.
Timu? Tiamo? Yeah.
Di Diemo, 'cause he's got an
Yeah.
accent. They go on holiday vacations. They said they're doing it for their daughter. So I don't
That threw me for a loop. So I was like, "Wow, he's good looking." And then she goes, "I'm back with my ex-husband." I was like, "Huh? What?"
Yeah. And, like I said, like, sometimes they get divorced, kinda like I feel like Alexia got divorced, because when you're on the Bravo show, you get audited, you get edited. If you're a husband, all the men that's been to jail, AKA
Mhm.
Teresa's husband.
Yep.
So maybe Stacy and her DMO got divorced so nobody could look into his finances or know what he does?
Maybe.
I don't know. It sounds fishy, but
Yes, it does.
anyways, and unless they got married in the state of where's Potomac, Virginia? He sounds foreign. So maybe
He
she didn't
does.
get married in Virginia. Maybe he got married where he's from. So Ashley's little accusations and her little investigation on, are you even really married? I like
Yeah, because
so
she couldn't find a divorce, yeah. I didn't think about
well,
that.
yeah, maybe they didn't get married in Virginia. I don't You're not looking hard enough. Giselle says Stacy says that she was back with her husband and they have the dinner. They talk about it. It's okay. I want to see how they play this. Eddie is at Wendy's husband's flaunting that he's going away and he's selling his Happy Eddie's to another state. Um,
It was Jersey, right?
and then all his or the one of the kids like, well, I want to be a doctor. Just like mom, and then another kid's like, "Well, she's not a doctor."
Yeah.
And I start laughing because she has a doctorate, which
Uh,
that's why she has her doctor's degree. She's
yeah.
not she's not a doctor you go to see for your health. She has a
She has a
doctorate.
doctorate, yeah.
Yeah. So I found that funny. Ashley meets up with Stacy again at a dress shop for Ashley's invitation to a second bloom party, which is a divorce party. I also think it's weird. I agree with
That is
Stacy. I
weird,
don't think
yeah.
you should be
Braiding that, yeah.
celebrating that. Your children are going to see this and your children have to see your dad all the time and
Mhm.
they're going to watch this back and they're going to be like, "Mom, why would you be flaunting this?"
Yeah.
Also, she's celebrating, her divorce got her $20 million.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
she got 20 mil.
Wow.
She
She
tells
is
Stacy,
it's
someone
good.
has legal documents with TJ, is suing you for the money you owe him. Stacy is not backing down and says, "I've told you everything and it's the truth." Stacy says, "I have forgiven TJ and he's gone on with his life and I'm in a completely new space." She calls out the actress's name and says, "This imaginary person that you're saying has these documents is false." And Ashley's like, "Well, this is the actress, and she's not made up. She's real." Ashley calls her a liar. Ashley asks, "Are you even really divorced? I haven't seen it in the database." Stacy says, "You've been doing some work on me. You need to be Googling a voice coach." I died laughing.
Yeah, she did
Died.
say that.
Ashley so Stacy storms off again. Ashley decides to do a mean girl and talk about her breath, and it's girl shaming, and I don't think that's how a friendship should work. You're trying to build a relationship with someone, trying to get the truth out of them. They're not gonna share the truth if all you do keep doing is girl shaming. Because I wouldn't wanna be your friend, Ashley.
Yeah, me neither.
Ashley and Giselle get on the phone. Ashley tells her what happened. It's just giving Mean Girls, you know?
Yeah.
It's kinda like when Giselle and Robin were friends on the show and they would pick on people. There's a new girl named Angel who works for BET and is good friends with the housewife Kay. They also mentioned that this new girl, Angel, went to school with Wendy, but not the same
Mhm.
class, not the same group. She also knows Ashley, who worked at one of her events as a bottle girl. And they flash back to some old pictures. Ashley still looks the same, only a little bit healthier. Tia is also a new friend on the show. She's friends with Giselle. She is from London. She has a nice accent. She is a real life princess.
Mhm.
They all get to the Bloom Ball. Everybody looks good except for Wendy. Wendy's dress. They're all like, "Oh, it's amazing." Girl, do not lie to Wendy. It looks like
Yeah.
they took a bunch of tissues and put it together.
Yep.
Stacy shows up, which is, I think, a good choice. The way Ashley came down those stairs and was, like, scared of the fireworks,
Yes.
I was like,
Yep.
"Girl, you didn't catch your weave on fire." Her speech was not necessary about her whole life story.
Yeah.
Um, Giselle and Wendy were sitting down, and they were trying to have a conversation, which was weird because when Kay came down and sat down, I feel like they edited this part where there was more to the conversation.
Yeah.
'Cause Kay was like, "I feel you're being rude because you're keeping me out of the conversation," and Wendy's like, "What are you talking about? Like, there's no offense to you, I'm talking about my dress to Giselle, and you just
Yeah.
happened to sit down." So, the whole thing was Kay is offended by the way Wendy treated her at a different event that Wendy was speaking at, and didn't inform Kay that she was speaking at the event, or didn't say hi, or didn't, like, conversate with her and stuff, so it was strange. I don't know what Kay was wanting out of that, but Wendy apologized. She's like, "I don't wanna
Mhm.
apologize, I'm sorry if you felt that way," and Kay didn't really accept it. I think she's just trying to fight to fight.
Yeah.
Stacy pulling Ashley aside and wants to make amends, and Ashley goes in and says, "Just be honest." Like, if you want a friendship, you have to be honest. And Stacy's like, "I am being honest." And then they get loud with each other, and Ashley starts putting her finger in her face, and it's just gets heated. And then Stacy's friend comes up and says, like, "What do you want? You want proof? You want divorce papers? Like, that's what you want proof of?" Like, I don't know why Ashley's, like, fighting. Like, why you're upset with someone because you feel that you've seen the proof, which is just a piece of paper on someone's phone, a screenshot. You've never actually had the documents in your hand. So I don't think a screenshot really says anything.
Yeah.
So let's see how it goes. I think Ashley, there needs to be more proof. I think you need to give Stacy some time. And in order for a friendship to work, she's not gonna tell you her whole life story. She's obviously gonna have precaution,
Yeah.
especially with any housewife. So I commend Stacy for keeping up her ground. And that's how it ends. It ends in the fight.
Mhm.
And then they start talking about her bad breath again, and Giselle's
My
all
god.
out in front of a party, like, "What is it? Like, how old are you, Giselle?
I'm glad you brought that up though, because that was brought up. I
Like,
feel like
come
well, maybe it's the previews I saw, but I feel like it was brought up a couple times.
like, respect. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. We're not
But it
talking
looks like
about how you're 50 years old and you dress like a hooker from the red line district from Amsterdam. Like, don't get me started. You wanna be a mean girl? I'll be a mean girl, okay?
yeah.
You don't wear red. Like, you didn't even match the theme of the party. Do you know how to theme a party?
That
Because
was
that red
Giselle, right?
dress looked like it was coming out of a red light district. Ugh,
Yeah.
carry on.
Um, we'll, we'll move on to Bravo news. Alexis and Johnny J are married. I cannot believe it. I felt like they were never going to get married, but they're married.
I know, it was on the People magazine.
Yeah.
Good
So
job.
congrats to them. Um, uh, Kathryn Dennis from almost a Southern Charm. Yeah, Southern Charm is in jail again. She was convicted and is serving 30 days.
I don't
I
know if this
was,
is true. Is this
you don't
true?
think it's true? That's what I
Where's
saw.
the source coming from? Because it looks like old pictures.
I think it was old pictures, but I think she had to like turn herself in or something like that from that incident. Let me see.
I feel like
That's
it's an
that's
old
kind of how I. That's kind of how. Yes. Oh, excuse me. Um, Tamra's single was released from that boy band guy, and it is bad.
it was
I don't.
bad.
I don't know if you listened to it, but it was bad. Former housewife of New York, Carole, I forget how you say her last name, Roswell, made a surprise return on Watch What Happens Live after a 7-year hiatus and a previous reported falling out with Andy. I didn't watch, but I did see this. Southern Charm Madison is launching a hair salon in Charleston, which good for her because that's how she started doing Southern Charm was hair. The hair and makeup for everyone. You did say this last week, but it has since been confirmed. BravoCon will be aired on all panels are set to air via Peacock. November 14th, 16th on Peacock. So I'm very excited for that. I'm glad they're kind of doing that, opening it up to people who could not afford a ticket because prices were outrageous. So I'm excited to kind of see what it's like. I mean, we won't get the full feel for it, but actually to see the panel and not see like clips of it or something like that.
Yeah, I feel like I've
So,
always seen clips of it. November 16th at the Caesars, all panels are set to stream via Peacock.
yeah. So I'm excited for that. We were talking about this a couple days ago. Brittany Cartwright in that picture. I thought she got her boobs removed, but you thought she got lipo. I don't
Yeah.
know if we ever got clarification on it, but she did something.
Yeah,
So,
because when you have a boob reduction, you don't have those blood sacs.
like you said, maybe she did both.
I think, yeah, and a lot of people do that. They might as well, if you're gonna get a boob reduction, you get the lipo,
You're already going
which
to be under.
she
Just do
probably
it.
did. I think she got both.
So
I think she got
good,
both.
good for her getting rid of things that don't serve her anymore.
It's crazy, like, why doesn't she do those Ozempic?
I don't know. Maybe she
Like,
will after this,
yeah.
but I think she needed to get those big melons out first because they were just.
And I wonder why she decided to do it now and not, like, when she knew she was at that weight.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It's a good question. Bless you. We already talked about this, but Todd, Alexia's ex-husband, is suing Bravo again
Again.
for defamation. I think I saw
Again.
like 10 million. So good luck with that. Don't know how it'll pan out, but good luck with that.
Bravo has it. You're just not gonna get it.
Yeah, you're just not gonna get it.
'Cause
They'll
they're gonna
spend it on
eat
the
you up in
next.
lawyers.
Yeah,
They're gonna eat
yeah.
you up in lawsuits.
They'll spend it on the next season of Miami instead of giving
Mhm.
it to you. This last one was you. I did not see this.
Yeah, so I saw a clip of this. Andy Cohen's live asked Channing Tatum if he was roommates with Jax Taylor, and he said no. And then they showed a clip from Jax Taylor from, like, his first seasons
Yeah,
and the Vanderpump Rules, and
yeah.
he doesn't have a shirt on. That's how he went on to Andy's live show.
Oh my god.
And he, like, says he's like, "Yeah," he's like, "We did a Vegas residency, I did a modeling gig, and I was roommates with Channing Tatum." And then what's her name? Stassi. was sitting next
Yeah.
to him because when I dated Stassi, and she was like, "Yeah, that's kind of why I'm like attracted to him and stuff." And I was like, "Because he was roommates with Channing Tatum." I saw a clip like there, and then let me see. I also took a screenshot of something else that was interesting. No, I already said it. It was about Julia.
That was about Julia.
Yeah, I already said it. But yeah, that was that. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything else
Yeah, I haven't either. I haven't either.
coming through. It's been kind of a slow, like, Bravo news week, I feel like.
I did see a little shot of Karen out and about at dinner with Kay.
Mhm.
She looked good because I heard in one of the podcasts or something, Giselle had mentioned Karen got bigger or Karen gained weight because of the carbs.
Hmm.
But then
In
I saw,
jail?
yeah, and then I just saw a video of Karen. I was like, she doesn't look like she got bigger. She looked like she got skinnier because you don't
Yeah.
really gain weight in jail. You usually get less weight because you're
I mean, like,
stressed.
I can't imagine how the food is there.
Yeah,
How long was she in for?
9 months.
Okay.
It wasn't even that long because it was just a D.
Yeah, but it was, like, her 5th one or something like that, right?
Right.
Yeah, I don't really see any other news. But anyways, thanks for tuning in, everyone. Especially when I looked at our stats, I saw Ashlyn. I don't know where that's at, but someone from Ashlyn is tuning in. So thank you.
Thank you,
Canada as well still.
Canada. We
That's all
love you.
that's all that stood out to me. But thanks for tuning in. Until next time.
And that's a wrap on the episode of Bravo's Moms Unfiltered. We hope you had as much fun listening as we did spilling the tea. Because let's be real, moms need unfiltered moments too.
Make sure to follow us wherever you get your podcasts so you never miss an episode. And if you love today's chat, leave us a review. It will help other Bravo loving moms find us.
Yes, don't forget to follow us on Spotify, Apple, what else?
Amazon Music.
Amazon. And then also Instagram.
Yes.
And yeah, like us,
That
star
is it.
us, give us your opinion, please, please, please.
Yes. Until next time, keep the wine chilled, the drama on TV, and the mom life real.
See you next week, Bravo Moms.
I'm reckless, offensive. I destroy your defenses. My guest list is priceless, and yes, I run a tight ship.